I think what the COVID environment with all the anxieties over jobs and growth and employment has brought to the front the importance of stakeholder engagement and a rethink on strategy. It's really not business as usual. It has brought to the front the issue of how do we manage our business with various stakeholder interests, including government. And so in that sense, the issue of having a robust board discussion that can think through the set of issues and that can lend different perspectives to the deliberations and discussion, I think has really come to the fore, especially in a COVID environment like this. Board should not just be focused on strategy, but focus on resilience. How to make sure that our companies stay resilient in weathering the crisis and in building for growth in future. And it's a different issue, right? Because when you think of strategy, you sort of focus on upside, downside, how to risk manage potential downside. But when you focus on resilience, the emphasis become a little different. Overall, I think COVID environment has given us a certain impetus to also think about the diversity issues and to see how to bring about greater diversity whether in our management meetings or in our board meetings, which I think is overall a good thing. I think the real benefit of gender diversity and indeed all diversity is to really allow us to have fulsome, rounded, robust discussions at the board level, both to enhance long-term strategy and also risk oversight. So it's not just about strategy to create value, but also how to minimize risk that can destroy shareholder value. There is a concept which some of you may have read that is called cognitive diversity. It's about recognizing the importance of differences in perspectives or in the way we process information that can lead to more robust deliberation, discussion, and therefore better outcomes for the companies. And it is not necessarily dictated or predicted by gender, ethnicity, or even age, but really also a mix of social backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, and so on that can shape that deliberation. And that cognitive diversity is really what we are going for. Gender, to me, also come in, even on this same issue, sometimes have a different lens because of your background and your experiences. And I think boards do recognize that. The challenge for us is there's a tendency to rely on that group that is tapped by everybody else. One set of issues, just to give you an idea, where we have been, from the regulatory standpoint, that we have been thinking hard about what is called a set of issues which we call inter-temporal consistencies. What this means is that the actions of today do not limit your choices and from taking the right actions of tomorrow. So, for example, if we say there's a moratorium and you will not do this and you will not do that now, does it constrain you further down to do more support help? Does it constrain you going forward from collecting your debt and so on and so forth? And whether that can lead to a bigger problem down the road. And these are not easy issues because, to be honest, there is a trade-off which every institution has to make. So it's a juggling act, and it's a long way of saying in these difficult, challenging times, I think boards will have to come in to weigh in on strategy, weigh in on risk issues with the management in navigating this actually very difficult environment. Or when you are considering joining a board, or when you are already in a board, to continue to educate yourself and the responsibilities and the business that you are involved in of that firm, to do your homework. And also for those of you who are looking to join a board, there are issues around networking, there are issues around visibility, outreach, useful to get advice and mentors, and to build your relationship, men and women. I can only remind everyone here who is considering or who are an independent director that ultimately we should be aware of the fiduciary responsibility we have as a director.